I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Yesterday, I did a video concerning the circular that is circulating allegedly from the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, signed by the Director General of Human Resource Management Department of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, calling for fasting and prayers by all members of staff and all those concerned for about 4 Mondays for 30 minutes to support the the programs of the president for security, food security and development. I can't remember the details. But when people started complaining that a ministry, I was listening to a young lady from the northern part of Nigeria, that a ministry that had a budget of 2 trillion naira and the headquarters that had a budget of billions is calling for prayers to do what they are budgeted to do, employed to do. The minister or one person came on NTA or one other television station to explain. I said in my video that this country has become a nation of explanation. You will explain 30 kilometers. You will explain 47 kilometers. You don't explain 30 kilometers. 30 kilometers is 30 kilometers. You will explain whether you pointed a gun at a content creator or not. What did you point? Let us know. Show us the picture. It doesn't require any explanation, whether devil or any person. You will explain why you locked the airport, the terminal, the Zulu terminal. It doesn't require explanation. Is it your right to lock up a terminal because you came late, your flight had gone, or you saw some women crying? Are you their lawyer? Are you their defender? Simple question, can you lock an airport terminal in Heathrow or Gatwick or Luton or Stansted or Jomo Kenyatta or Kotoka Airport or Boli Airport or Cape Verde, where your wife comes from and she was a cabin crew? Can you do that? If you can't do that, then you are wrong. No explanation for your behavior. There's no explanation. And so we keep explaining and explaining. Una go explain tire. Now, if people are dying suddenly in your offices, I have had sudden deaths. I had deaths. My father died. Then my mother followed after 3 weeks. One of my elder brothers died. Another one died. Another of my brothers died. And I am alone now. I don't need prayers. My father had spinal cord injury. My mother had stroke. My son had cleft lip and palate. My daughter had bilateral genu valgus. Landlord said I should pack. All at once. It was not the devil. God told me somebody has to pass through this to be able to encourage others. So, did I pray? Yes. And as I prayed, God gave me encouragement. He showed me Saddam Hussein parading during the Gulf War. And he said, if that man who is an unbeliever can be parading so confidently, with the whole country's gang against him. Why should you panic, my son? I will never leave you or forsake you. I will go before you. I will be with you. Do not be afraid or dismayed. I never thought it was demon. My parents were old. They married for 30-something years. Their own friendship was through quarrel. So when one died, my mother was crying that there's nobody to quarrel with, and she died. And I buried them. I buried all my brothers. So I take precautions. I don't do unnecessary risks. Now, if people are dying suddenly in the ministry, why don't you conduct a scientific research? What age bracket is dying? Are they in the retirement age bracket? If so, is it possible that most of them are older than the official age brackets they have declared? A lot of people who are saying they are 70-something, they are 90-something. A lot of them. A lot of them, you know some of them. So could it be aging that is killing them? Number two, how did they die? Did they do any diagnosis? If it is diabetes, were they properly managed? If it is hypertension, were they properly managed? If it is accident, what was responsible for the accident? Were they traveling at night? Were the deaths during festive seasons where there's so much traffic on the road and the chances of accidents high? Those are the kind of analysis you should do. Could it be stress related, your work environment? Do they need to, when white people, the colonial masters were dying of malaria in Africa, not only did they find out by observation that the people in South America were not dying of malaria because they were drinking the fluid of the bark of the chinchona tree. They took the chinchona tree and analyzed it and found quinine. It was from there quinine was used to treat malaria, and they stopped dying like before, and they could colonize us. Dogoyaro looks like the chinchona tree. How many of you have known the research about dogoyaro and malaria? Then they found out that, go and read the Dual Mandate by Lord Lugard, 1922. When I do posts and you stupid, brainless church folks come here to make stupid comments, you are very illiterate. Go and read the Dual Mandate of 1922 by Lord Lugard. They found out that when an Anopheles mosquito sucks blood, it flies a maximum of 150 feet. So imagine what they did. They must have tracked an Anopheles mosquito and measured the distance it flies. And so, listen very carefully. You will see the European quarters in Africa, particularly in southern Nigeria. They are situated a distance away from where the Africans live. There's usually a golf course. In Ogeli here, there was a golf course until black people came and started building. At Warri, there was a golf course. Sapele, golf course. Benin, golf course. Port Harcourt, golf course. Enugu, golf course. Aba, golf course between the GROA and Okigwe Road and Fox Road. Go on Onitsha, I suspect it's like that. That golf course they situated, or the field, the parade ground that they situated was a malaria preventive strategy. So that if a mosquito bites somebody in Okigwe Road, yes, that road that leads to the railway crossing is Okigwe Road, or Fox Road, before it will fly to Ekena and to the GROA, it will have dropped. If a mosquito bites somebody in Ogwanja or wherever, before it will fly through the golf course in Sapele to the GRA, it will have dropped. Same thing with Port Harcourt. If a mosquito bites somebody in water lines or wherever, before it will fly through the golf course to the GRA, it will have dropped. These are preventive measures. And then, if you schooled at Government College Umuahia, or Hope Wardell, or Government College Ughelli, or you lived in the GRA, the houses were situated apart. It was a malaria preventive strategy, so that when mosquito bites in this house, before it will fly to the other house, it has dropped. If you go to Government College Ughelli, where the lecturers and the Europeans lived in those days is different from the laborers' quarters. Mosquitoes will not fly from the laborers' quarters. Even to the students' hostel, there was a gap. And in the laborers' quarters, they are compacted. So we don't use our brains. Religion has assassinated our minds. And when you have such idiots, according to Greek philosophy, or stupid people, according to Marco Cipolla, you will find out that your nations will not go forward. Simple, call a consultant, medical consultant, sociology consultant. Check the blood pressures of your people in your offices. And then start to give them medical insurance and compulsory. These criminals, they don't go on leave. They want to stay there and steal and cover up their tracks. Instead of calling for prayer. If you read the book, Richest Man in Babylon, the king wanted to find a solution. His advisor told him that the priests cannot handle this. He should go to a man who has the wisdom, whether Akan also, wisdom to create wealth, the richest man in Babylon. This is a country where you put people in positions of authority and leadership that have, God, and they vex. We hate excellence. We hate truth. We hate reality. We don't use our heads. We just do follow. This person decamps. All of you will decamp. This person does this. It's my tribesman. It's a Labour Party man. It's Peter Obi. Oh, no. You analyze. That's why I love Aisha Yesufu. Whether she is a supporter of Peter Obi, Peter Obi goes wrong, she would weep. And that's why I like Very Dark Man. He's not a perfect young man. I usually tell he's my last born's age mate. But he's using his brain and his mind. Analyze. Prayer. No, I have prayed. The university, Delta State University, called me, Abraka, to pray against kidnapping. I prayed. I preached to them and prayed. And within a space of 2 months, something dramatic happened. But after that, the kidnapping have continued because there was no strategy in place to prevent it. There was no scientific thinking. There was no sociological analysis by criminologists to prevent it from happening. So you don't just pray. No, you plan, you use it, you project, you prepare. How many P's now? So the ministry, then the next thing I want to say, if you want to pray against sudden death, specify it in the letter. Don't ambush the people. Don't create a facade and then you go and do another thing. Sometimes we saw people who were fake bishops. We've seen several things that are not real, and we'll keep explaining and explaining. Let us learn to be specific, to be sincere and transparent in our dealings. Let's use our brains. Religion will cripple Nigeria. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm a medical doctor. This is 14 years I've been a doctor. Number two, I'm an ordained clergyman. This is 25 years I've been ordained as a clergyman. Number three, I'm a social scientist, a public administrator. I have a master's degree, and I was the best graduating student with 10 A's. So don't come here and talk rubbish. I will whip you. I have a webinar coming up on the 20th of this month, June 2025. It's tagged Creating Multiple Streams of Income. I have properties for sale, to open university, to farm, to build real estate, to build houses and whatever. Subscribe to this channel. It is loaded. It's one of the best in the internet. Subscribe to my other channel, Dr. Charles Apoki's Shorts. This one is Dr. Charles Apoki. I have books online. I do online consultations. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. So easy to remember. If you can't remember, go back to the transcripts. It will be there. God bless you. The next video is going to be on the Iran-Israeli conflict. I'm going to give you an in-depth analysis of what is happening there. God bless you again.